Hello, everyone. Welcome. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you all for being here for our first episode of our first chapter in Hutt Space Adventures as we explore the wonderful opportunities and maybe lack thereof in the seedy corner of the galaxy, Hutt Space. We have 4 new adventures here to see what they're able to find in this part. So let's say hello and find out who they are. Starting over at the top this side, Logan, say hello.
Hi, everyone. I'm Logan. I am the innkeeper over at the Red Hare Inn. Today, I will be playing Craq, the Tusken Marauder Berserker, a Tusken from the Dune Sea who now finds themselves traveling across Hutt space. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Branden, say hello.
Hi. Hi, my name's Branden. I am just a normal guy, I guess. I am currently playing Tevhul Brudic. He is a Miraluka operative. He's kind of hiding from something and may or may not find out what.
All right. Thank you and welcome. Let's go south of you to Rob. Say hello.
Hello, I am Rob, also known as Sage Tower Games, and today I'm playing Remok Dehir, a Bothan scholar who is also a doctor and on the side also does some smuggling work as well. So, bit of a shady doctor.
Always going to have one of those in this part of the galaxy, I'm sure. And then last but not least, let's go over to Ian.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm Ian. I'll be playing Zash'Akiro. He's a Chiss scout. He takes a bunch of odd jobs around the Outer Rim, mostly bounty hunter work and mercenary work.
All right, excellent. So, and I am your DM for tonight's episode and our story here, Todd Moonbounce. Thank you all for being here. If you would like to help support the stream, of course, make sure you're following the channel. Clip your favorite moments that you do see during the show. Subscribe with Twitch or Twitch Prime, and also cheer with bits if you'd like. We would really appreciate it. So, otherwise, let's get into it. We find ourselves in Hutt space, specifically in the Quen border. Anchored by Quen Station, the Quen border is the gateway between the Empire-controlled Mid-Rim and the lawlessness of Hutt space. Very recently, Zash, you had heard of a job through a counterpart, Remok, of a bounty. As a bounty hunter, you certainly going to take up this opportunity. Tell us what you're in, Zash, you're in Remok. What's your relationship again?
Our relationship is normally when Zash comes back from his jobs or whatever task or hunting that he's doing, kind of his go-to doctor to help patch him up and take care of his wounds. And I take care of him, and I toss him some tips and leads like this bounty when I catch wind of them. Scratch my back, he scratches his back, kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Absolutely. So yeah, Remok, when you had heard of this bounty, who better to reach out to than your counterpart Zash, who definitely is in that line of work. And you heard of this bounty from, an associate of yours. Probably more of it leans into that employer category than straight associate, given who they are. But Corlear the Hutt, who is a Hutt in the Vandirajar Khajidik, the leader there, and they had mentioned that they had a bounty out on an individual, and placed that out for the hunters to go after, and so you pass that along to Zash. Tevhul, you also, in one manner or another, have worked with Corlear here or there, but you, and through that relationship, or whatever that relationship is, connection is, you know Remok as well. What might your dealings be with Corlear and the Vandirajar?
Well, he helped me out of a pickle a while back, and he got me off a certain planet, and I kind of owe him a favor for doing so. And hopefully he doesn't come to collect.
So you work with Remok quite a bit, and have a connection there with each other. So Zash, you come meet with Corlear and pick up details on this bounty. A male Tusken that's last known whereabouts was on Quen Station. Didn't give you any specific details on the bounty. You just know that that's your target. You got to bring him in. Corlear does request that the bounty is brought in warm, alive. But otherwise, that's your task. Running into Remok and his counterpart, his associate Tevhul. You always think it's good to have Remok along, so why not? Quen Station can be a pretty shady place, so good to have some of that support as needed.
Always good to travel in pairs, especially when this deep into Hutt space.
You head off to Quen Station. It's busy. Very busy place, as it does sit there at the edge of the border. Situated in orbit above the planet of the same name, Quen Station, this mottled bronze-colored arachnid-like space station, massive, 3 kilometers in circumference, functions as that last stop for transports and warships heading into Hutt space. It offers dry docks for starship repairs, shipping and storage facilities for hundreds of corporations, and an entertainment resort for the ultra-wealthy. The station is also a notorious shadow port for smugglers passing between Hutt space and the Mid-Rim. Various criminal syndicates also vie for control of this gateway to Hutt space. You arrive and you head into what's known as Quen Central. Within the clamshell hall of the station, countless hangar bays, cargo facilities, living areas, a maze of shops, bars, hotels, casinos, just lights and sounds and people all over the place. This is a very, very busy station. Decreed a neutral territory between the Hutts and the Empire for quite a while now. And there is also an entire deck reserved for maintaining the uneasy peace. So you arrive, and you know that your target here, Zash, is somewhere here in this station. Anything you three are initially doing to continue that search?
Well, first things first, I think Tev or Tevhul would look for at least the closest cantina to wet his whistle after a long travel, especially coming all the way here.
Ash is on board with that.
Very easy to do. There's a ton of them. I mean, they're, kind of every other shop might be a place like that.
Okay.
You are able to find one, easy enough. Head in. The Soggy Wampa is the one you initially stop into. And it's, they're all pretty busy. And this joint here, very kind of hole in the wall, not much to it, just a simple bar, a few booths, whatnot. And there is a kind of, for a droid, a squirrely looking droid that, definitely could use some spit shine and polish behind the bar. As you approach, just welcomes you all, says, "Welcome to Quen Station, welcome to Soggy Wampa. What can I get for you?"
Well, hi there. Can I get just three drinks from one for each of us, and maybe a little bit of bite to eat? And are one of these booths open? I see there's a couple empty, and I'm just kind of curious if they're open or not.
The droid looks over to the direction that you look as well and says, "I see no occupants currently, so yes."
Perfect. Boys, shall we?
Do it. I'm not much of a drinker myself. You have any of those fancy non-alcoholic drinks, preferably with one of those, those little umbrellas in the cup?
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
I have no problem with the hot stuff, so I'll take the drink.
So the droid turns, grabs the drinks, and then puts in some food order as well. So it'll be 3 credits for each of the drinks, 3 credits each, and then the meals, 5 credits for whoever's getting meals there. So you're getting food as well, 8 credits a person there. And sit down and begin your meal.
While we're sitting and eating and talking, Tevhul look at Remok and just say, "So I know you're looking for someone, and I know we're looking for someone. Any clue what he looks like?"
Remok will look, and I just we do know from the hut, we do know what he is, right?
Yeah. Or Zash would have all those details. Yeah.
Okay.
So Remok, I'll look over and go, "I don't know much of the detail. I kind of heard about it and gave the tip over to Zash. I'm assuming that Zash has more details on what our target is."
Okay.
And I'll look over at Zash.
Yeah, big Tusken fella. I don't think a Tusken should be too hard to find around here. I feel like you don't see him too often.
A Tusken in space? That's something. That is something.
He should stand out from the crowd. I would assume so. It shouldn't be too hard. It sounds like an easy job.
Well, Coolier does want him alive, so if he's a big Tusken, just take him down from range. So hopefully it'll be an easy fix.
There is a companion. There's another patron at a table next to you all, and seems to be listening in, and leans over. Just a kind of little bit disheveled Duros, and just wearing a ratty duster. Leans over and says, "I can't help but overhear that you're looking for someone."
What's it to you?
"I got eyes. I see things."
Yeah, what's an old beggar like you? What does an old beggar like you see around these parts?
"I might be seeing what you're looking for. Just depends on what that information's worth."
How much?
"Right to business, I like it. You said you're looking for a Tusken?" "Yeah, I think I've seen one around these parts. Works in one of the cantinas. 100 credits and I can Point you right to it.
You said works in one of the cantinas, a Tusken?
Yeah,
What's he
I
do?
didn't believe it myself, but he makes a pretty good Tatooine sunrise.
Hmm.
Tusken, I just can't get over it. But 100 credits, that seems a little steep. How about?
Well, there's about 200 cantinas in the station, so it depends on what your time's worth.
I'll look at the other two and just.
Tevhul, if you want, you can give me a persuasion roll to try and talk him down.
All right.
That is an 8. He seems to hold his stance.
Well,
There may be a lot of cantinas, but there's probably only one with a Tusken bartender.
that is fair.
So I think you've given us all the information that we need.
Ah, damn it, you're right. At least buy an old man a drink.
Fair enough. I motioned for the little droid guy over, and I'll pay for whatever drink he wants.
When you find him, make sure you get one of his Tatooine sunrises. You won't be disappointed.
Good to know.
We'll do. Tatooine sunrise.
Over at the rusty droid, loud music at the entrance pumps out of the dance club cantina. Bright lights pulse on the floor as patrons stand there on the dance floor enjoying themselves. Past the dance floor being the main attraction with the DJ at the side there, hoping to draw the patrons in that pass by. Going past the dance floor is the main bar of the cantina. Dimly lit, tables glowing with slight glow, booths in the corner. Definitely catering to a different type of clientele here, but definitely busy as well as the rest of the establishments. Behind that bar, a dark individual does work on cleaning some glassware in between serving drinks. Craq?
Yeah, Craw is, hood halfway up. I mean, you can still see most of his bandaged and respirator on his face and stuff. He doesn't really go about concealing it. He just prefers the hood up. But he's cleaned some glassware, goes around, runs and, grabs a drink order from some belligerent drunk who's down at the end of the bar, and then kind of hops back and forth between bartending and then doing stuff for the back bar. So like getting ice and doing some of the more manual labor type stuff that you typically see like bouncers and things like that doing for the bar.
The three of you, Zash, Tevhul, and Remok, you finish up your beverages and meals and start heading through the station, asking about or this Tusken bartender. And it doesn't take long to get information that, over at the club, Cantina, the rusty droid, there's a fellow like that over there. So you make your way. It stands out. You can see those bright lights and the music pumping out as you approach, and you have to get through that because it's dark inside. You can just see shadows beyond the dance floor. But you walk in, worm your way through the crowd, go up a small little set of stairs there, and you see at the large circular bar, you do see an individual hood up, but as he turns, you see that typical face mask wrap that the Tusken wears, and you assume that this has to be Zash. This has to be your target. Craq, as you're working through serving orders, cleaning up and things, as you have done so often lately, your mind wanders. And you go back to the gauntlet. What has kind of put you in this situation? Wanting to prove yourself, show who you were after losing your patronage with the Hutt that you did work for and kind of being put out. You knew it was going to be a challenge to make your way in the greater galaxy as a Tusken. And you felt that jumping into the gauntlets would be a way to do that. This ancient labyrinthine system of tunnels used as illegal pit fighting put on by the Hutts, where exotic predators stalk victims. You go through challenging obstacles and things like that. There on Narkrita, a mountainous, rocky, canyon-covered desert planet here in Hutt Space as well. And sometimes these visions feel as if you are there. You step in to the waiting area, not knowing what's going to show up for you on the other side of that door. The crowd yelling, chanting, clapping, waiting for the next, as they would say, victim to arrive and entertain them through this test. Horns go off to signify the start, and the slab door slowly crawls up before you, and you're pushed forward into a room. It starts empty. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
That's a 2.
Okay. Immediately, grates in the floor, something starts filling up from the bottom. This dark green ooze that doesn't burn when it hits you, but it stings. Some kind of a poisonous liquid is filling up, and you need to get across to the other side as fast as you can. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Right off the bat. Ouch. Saving throw. That too?
You use the quick access up top for saves.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Be probably the easiest way, yep.
Yeah, I was looking at my character sheet. 18.
Oh, good. All right. It's painful, but you are able to trudge through and get across to this first section of the room without taking too much time. That's the other thing with the gauntlet, is that there's a time factor as well. So not only do you have to survive what it throws at you, you have to do so in a certain time, or you fail as well. You are able to get through in the initial obstacle here. You come to a hallway with an option, left or right. There's not much to give you a sense of what you're going to run into, but...
Krall would go left.
Go left?
He's right-handed, so he can smite across himself.
Okay. So you head left, down the tunnel, and it curves around, and a door opens up, and you come into another room. Large empty room. All the tops are open so the crowd can see, of course, but tall walls. And from the other side, this gladiator enters in, holding a heavy axe. And steps forward and prepares to engage. So, Kraq, are you familiar with the dueling rules? for Star Wars 5e. Variant rule there.
I am not.
Okay.
Please,
It's
please enlighten
basically rock, paper, scissors here.
Okay.
So you can choose to attack, defend, or feint. That's your options there. And then the opponent will do the same. And then based on what you choose and they choose, there will be either advantage or disadvantage on the rolls. And then you make attack rolls and then whoever goes. So, and we will do a 2 out of 3 here to see the results that happen. So let me roll privately here to help me choose, because I will do a random choice. Okay. Do you guys see that? You guys don't see that roll, right? Okay.
You can tell us if you want, though.
Not yet. Craq, what is your first move?
Craq would definitely advance, so he's going to attack.
You're going to attack. Okay. So the warrior is also going to go in for an attack. Okay, so since both of you are attacking, it's straight rolls. There's no disadvantage or advantage on this. So go ahead and roll a attack roll. However you want to do that, I assume with your weapon.
Yeah, Craq has his gaffy stick, and as he's taking that left tunnel, he pulls it out and is like just preparing it. And then the second that he sees the gladiator, he's charging at it, and he's gonna kind of feint slightly with the spear portion, like the cudgel, or the bladed portion, and then come around with the cudgel.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll. Not the best.
Oh, are you kidding
me?
I
said it.
Oh my gosh, that's a natural one.
A 10.
Right off the bat.
10 versus a natty 1. Not good. All right.
Get him out of the way early.
Yeah,
so
there we go. The
warrior comes down with a massive hit, a massive blow, like blocks your attack with his, like throws up the arm of his axe, throws it, and then comes down and just a heavy swipe across, cutting your side heavily. As you take 7 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, round 2. Let me choose here. Find out. Okay, what are you doing this time? Attack, defend, or feint?
Feeling that Craq is going to, he's going to feint.
Okay, so the warrior is going to defend this time. It was reeling back. So you feinting, you have advantage on the attack roll if the opponent defends. And then the opponent has disadvantage. So you have advantage, the warrior has disadvantage this round. So go ahead and roll that.
Let's go with that. Let's see. Ooh, that's better. That's let's see, that's an 18.
Okay, was that at advantage?
Oh, that wasn't with advantage.
Nope. So if you want to
roll one more, I'm gonna roll one more. I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself. That's an 8. So yeah, 18.
Okay.
18.
Versus a 10. So the opponent does try and defend, but you kind of come in like you're gonna attack and then step aside, and it throws him off, allowing you to then get a strike in and hit the enemy. All right. Last round. What are you doing for the last round?
Well, I think I would have came down with the cudgel portion and like feinted, and then tried to like go for like a leg shot with the bladed portion. But this time, I think what I'm going to do is raw. Yeah, I'm just going to go raw power and try to swing and end the fight.
Okay, so another attack?
Yeah, just straight attack.
All right, so the warrior is also going to go in for attack, so straight rolls on both sides. Let's go ahead and roll another attack roll.
Hey!
Nice,
that's
natural 20.
Natural 20.
Awesome.
Yeah, I noticed something weird, which we'll figure out, but it should be a 25 instead of a 23.
Okay. All right, so both of you going in for an attack. You've sized up this warrior here and figured out his movements, and you're able to, as he swings down with the heavy axe, able to just slightly get out of the way of it, and then thrust that blade up into his chest there, taking him out, and able to continue further into the gauntlet, advancing on. You come to another room. Door slides open. In this one, there is a pit at the bottom with a bunch of like rings and bars and things that you, to cross, you have to get across. Otherwise, it's a deep fall. There is a way to climb up on the other side, but you know that fall is not going to feel good. So,
I'm just gonna start monkey barring my way across.
yep. So go ahead and give me acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Oh no. I don't like that. Okay, that's not bad. That's an 18. 17 plus 1.
That'll do it. You are able to easily maneuver across the various ways to help you and get to the other side without incident there. You then enter the second to the last room. The crowd is going back and forth. You know, that warrior fight was pretty exciting to them, but now you feel that the crowd is starting to come onto your side. And they think that maybe this is one of the individuals that can survive the gauntlet. And you come into another room, much larger this time. It's got a sandy, dusty floor. It's more of a ring. And you can see stains of blood from past victims. And not just a simple door. There's a door on the far end, but on the two sides, there's massive, like, cage doors. And you just hear this as one of the doors slowly raises up. And this massive beast of a creature tumbles its way out. Something that you would recognize. It's got multiple appendages, this long pointy ears, reddish skin. You would recognize it as a Gundark. And it looks pissed and or hungry. And it's going to charge.
I'm going to plant my gaffy stick really quick and put my hands on top of the cudgel portion and just reach out, close my eyes and reach out with my mind and try to use beast trick on it.
Okay. All right.
If it's classified as a beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So is that does the beast have to do something for that?
Yeah, so I need a wisdom saving throw. Caveat. Is its intelligence a 4 or lower? Or wait, hang on, if the beast. Oh. If the it's higher, never mind. Is it 4 or higher, the intelligence of this creature?
1 second. The intelligence is... All right. What do you need it to be?
It needs to be or 3 or lower.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's an automatic success.
For it to...
Oh, no, I read that wrong. Wow, I am off my game. No, you're good. Wisdom saving throw.
What is it you're casting again?
Beast Trick. So it's 4 or higher, the power fails. Otherwise, the beast makes a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so we're gonna have it make this the same. We'll say.
Cool.
All right, so second, let me look that up. Wisdom save.
Yes, please.
Okay.
DC is 2. No, that's light. So 10. Please work, or else I'm getting charged by a Gundark.
You reach out through the force. And the crowd like comes to a hush as they watch you. This meditative stance. They're wondering, what are you going to do? Do you reach out a hand or anything? Any gesture, or are you just concentrating?
I just concentrate with my mind. I haven't really fully grasped the whole force thing, so it's just really mental for me.
And you focus on this creature, and it is tumbling towards you in all its anger, and it gets right up to you, and then something just hits it, and it locks up. How does this affect the creature?
The creature is charmed by me for the duration of the spell.
So yeah, how do you
for 24 hours? So as it's standing there, I hearing the sound of its legs making its way toward me, just pounding through the sand. I focus, reach out to its mind, and when I open my eyes and make eye contact with it, it just stops right in front of me.
There's a massively audible gasp from the crowd. How is this possible? Clearly something happened. And that's when there's a searing pain in your shoulder. And you reach back and you feel this dart, small little heavy dart. And that's when your vision goes black. And when you come back out of this memory, you're back in the cantina. Your shoulder hurts again, and you reach back and you feel another dart. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Dang, I didn't even get to say hi to people yet. Cool. I see you. That was almost a natural 20, but it's a 7.
The paralysis begins to reach out through the dart, and you feel woozy and tired, and you lean over the bar. For the next round, you'll be knocked out. The rest of you, give me a perception checks all around for the rest of you. Nice tilt over there. Oh, those dice. We'll get them on camera here soon enough. But all right, so wow, both of you. So Tevhul with a 22, a dirty 22. Zash with a natural 20 based 22. Ooh. And then Remok is just mesmerized by the dancing lights and things, just not paying attention. But the other two of you, you heard, you just, it was quiet as hell, but there's just this that kind of went through the crowd. Zash, something you would probably definitely pick up on. And it catches your ear, and you turn and you notice in the shadows an individual Trandoshan that's in the dance floor that just seems very, very out of place. And you can only anticipate that something came out. And you also see, like, you hear that noise and you look towards your target and you see him slump over on the bar.
This Hutt spawns after my money. I'm gonna go over to the Trandoshan.
Okay.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
So, 1 second here. Let us transfer over there. Alrighty. The music of the club emanates throughout, and you see on the floor the dancing lights. Cry, you lean over the bar, passed out for a moment here. Zash heading up to the Trandoshan. What are you doing?
Let's see here. Real quick. Is he like, what's he doing? Is he just like standing there? Is he like trying to make a move on to go towards Craq?
He's just standing there right now, and he sees you approach, and just kind of, yeah, you can see he's got some like equipment and things that's somewhat covered up, but he's not holding a gun out.
Gotcha. I go up, like pretending to be part of the party. Go up to him, put like my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, my friend, how are you doing? Fun night, huh?
He just kind of looks at you and says, I'm not here for fun. Please stay out of my way.
Business then. Cool. With my hand on his shoulder, I have a wrist knife, and I pop it out right by his throat, and I'm like, that's my mark, buddy. Get lost.
Alrighty. Well, with that, let's absolutely roll some initiative. Let me get that set up here.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun.
Okay, so if you all guys go up to the chat there, the second icon, it's the fist, will be the encounter table there, and then you can go ahead and click the little dice icon to the right, and that will roll initiative.
Do you want me to roll a certain way because I'm unconscious?
Nope, you can go ahead and roll.
I'm just oblivious to this entire fight, apparently.
I'm asleep and can see things.
I'm just dancing. I'm just like, yeah.
I have this thing called responders routine where when I roll initiative, I can choose to add my proficiency bonus to the initiative roll and have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't acted yet. Am I able to like add?
So you could just do a ooh.
Oh, I guess I won't roll that anyway.
So what we can oh, you're right. Yeah, you can't do it that way. We'll have to figure out how to do that. But what is the modifier that you would add to that?
Just 2. Where did I just add it? Add my proficiency bonus to the initiative roll.
Okay, so it would be 5. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd go just above Remok there. So, all right. So Craq, you are going to be passed out for this first round as you try to shake off that stun here. And with that, you put the arm up on the Trandoshan, and that knife comes out, and you can just see in his eyes, they kind of like narrow, that, shows you, maybe this, I don't know, maybe that was a mistake.
Oh, absolutely.
As he looks over to you and is going to then pull out a weapon of his own and attack over at you. Alright, so I think I put his attacks in. Yeah, I did. Alright. And he swings in with it, pulling out a tech blade and stabbing up at you, hitting, I assume, with the 23 there.
Yup.
For 9 points of damage. And he looks at you and he says, I said I wasn't here for fun. And he's going to go ahead and attack one more time. But this time, trying to anticipate that incoming second hit, maybe move out of the way a little bit, and you dodge just enough for him to miss the attack. And he pulls back, frustrated, giving a little bit of a growl. Oh, but I didn't start combat. Okay, there we go. And then Tevhul, you are up, and you assume that you're watching, seeing, you following your Chiss counterparts. You'd probably see a little bit of this going on.
Yeah, Tev would definitely, like, as soon as...
I'd say as soon as like the knife comes out and this goes down, the crowd kind of opens up. Patrons kind of run screaming.
And Tev will just go, like, shoot that, and then just And he'll slide out like his blaster from his hand or from his like sleeve. It'll come popping out into his hand, and then he'll take a shot at our little Trandoshan here.
Alrighty.
Did it go?
No, try it again. Hit attack on the card there
The card.
in the chat.
Oh. Well, there it goes.
It's not.
Why is it not going?
Yeah, it's not rolling. You hit
There it
the.
goes.
There
There
it
it
goes. Nice.
Hey.
That will hit. Go and roll damage.
All right. And since I have a companion nearby, I'm like, hopefully I get my sneak attack along with this.
Yes, you should. So go ahead and just manually roll that.
Okay.
What is yours at right now? 2 or
I
3?
think
3d6?
I think it's 2d6. I just
Okay.
want to double check really quick. Yes.
All right.
2d6.
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw that on there. And then next time, when you hit the damage button, the little window pops up, and you can put in a modifier there, and you can put in the 2d6 there, and it'll roll it with that.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so
Neat.
as long as you have the sneak attack, but yeah.
Okay.
All right, so 14 total on that guy. All right, so blast goes across the dance floor, just past Zash's shoulder, hitting into the Trandoshan. It lets out a growl in pain, and just glares up at you. Anything further, Tevhul?
Besides moving just a little bit, maybe over here near the benches.
Where at?
That just over here by the benches.
The booth? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Just need a little bit better an eye line on them.
All right. Craq, actually, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. Nice.
Hey, will you look at that?
These
It's
dice are
25.
teeter-tottery. Wow.
They
You
like
are
it.
actually able to shrug this off
Nice.
and come out of this. So you little sluggish, but you wake up, and you can see, like, you notice right away that the dance floor seems to be, opened up, and you see these two individuals out there seemingly engaged, and that's not normal. They are definitely not dancing.
I'm gonna reach under the bar and grab my gappy stick, and then I'm going to let's see. I don't want to rage. No, I'm not raging that early. I'm just gonna walk with him. I'm gonna walk probably closer to where the stairs are. I'm not gonna get quite there, and as I do, probably like there. And as I do, I'm just.
You got enough movement for that?
Is that about 30 feet, or am
I
I
think you're
back
a little
bit?
past, so yeah. So if you, again, hold control on your...
I see it.
It's all right. Yep, hold control, and then you see... Yeah.
Yeah, it gets about there then.
And then space bar, and it should move
That
it.
is neat.
Like, click where you want to go, and then hit... There you go.
Hey, look at me, I'm doing things. Yeah, so I'll get to about there. I'll keep it on my back, and I'm just... Two of you have a problem over there.
Well, yeah. Hey, he has the problem. He spoke first.
Are you just calling out to them?
Yeah, I'm just gonna yell out into the crowd.
Okay.
I'm not really trying to do anything. Craq is feeling groggy from the dart still. He was able to shrug it off, but I mean, falling unconscious. So he's just kind of waking up a bit. It's just like, do I really have to break this up? Not quite sure what to do yet.
That's not gonna work. Okay. All right. With that, then we go to finally Zash. You are there in front, and because I have been forgetting this whole time, I'm going to, unfortunately for you, remember that the Trandoshan is going to use a legendary action and take another attack on you.
Oh, snap.
I'm sorry, I didn't get there.
And it will hit with a 27.
Oh boy.
Just barely hits.
13 more points of damage. And then it is your turn.
Oh boy.
Can I use my reaction?
Yeah, what for?
I'm going to use my reaction to activate my onslaught fighting style. After essentially trying to not really break it up, seeing the blade come down, I'm going to use my reaction to dash up to where the Trandoshan is and get in their face if that's the right footage.
Okay.
Control.
I think you. Yeah.
Thank
Yep.
you, right next
Absolutely.
to them. Let's do that. Let me get right there. That over.
Click in your. There you go. Yep.
There we go.
Okay. So you're just reaction to rush up there and. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just say, told you guys to knock it off.
He shot you, buddy.
All right, Zash, you're up.
What has the Trandoshan been attacking me with? Like a knife or something?
Tech blade.
Tech blade.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna. Can I? If I want to disengage, that'd be an action, right?
Disengage is yes, it is.
Yeah.
If you don't have it as a bonus
I
action.
don't think I do. So I'm gonna disengage because I don't want to be by this guy because I lost a lot of hit points. So I'm gonna go over here next to my buddy Remok because
Okay.
I'm gonna need him to heal me up in a little bit.
This bar here will give a little bit of cover, like a point or two, so you could duck behind if you went up like a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull out my blaster and yell at the Trandoshan, it's 4-on-1 now, buddy. Cut your losses. Get out of here.
All right. Remok, you are up now, and you see your direct companion there looking pretty rough.
Yeah, when I go over there, I whisper to him, Remok, I'm gonna need your help in a little bit, bud.
All right, I am going to, seeing Zash take quite a beating, I am going to probably move.
I'm going to throw, real quick before you go, Remok, sorry. Again, I even just said I never remember this, but the Trandoshan is going to go ahead and make another attack at now the Tusken. And probably will miss with an 11. All right, carry on.
I'm also going to join the rest of the crew over here, tucking in behind Zash a bit, and then I will look at Zash and look at his wounds and go, "You really like to get yourself hit quite a bit." And I'll kind of go on my wrist pad, and as I do, I'll give him a dose of a special prescription that I have. I use by emergency prescription maneuver. So I expend a superiority die, and it's that plus my intelligence modifier he gets healed with. So do I just?
So if you want to just manually roll that.
Ultimately, yeah.
Yeah. And you just add in. What's your die at right now?
D4.
Okay. All right.
So
Not bad.
He heals 6 hit points, and the since it's a special prescription, the first ability check, attack roll, or saving throw that Zash makes before the start of my next turn, he gets to add a D4 to it.
Nice. All right. Remember that one. Good. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, I guess as a bonus action, I will just study the Trandoshan and make him the target of my critical analysis.
Okay. Go ahead. I think you can double right-click on the token, the Trandoshan, and it should put a little marker. I think it's... There you go. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
After he does that, I'm like, I should take you on my jobs more often. This is perfect.
With that, the Trandoshan then still focused in on Craq. That's his target, and his target just walked into his hands for the most part. These other three that were kind of in the way got out of the way. So he just looks at you and pulls out that tech blade and is going to go ahead and try and just, incapacitate you. Once again there, Craq, so a couple more hits coming in. Slashing out with the first, will miss. And an 18 will hit.
Yeah, it will.
Ooh, with a hefty 14.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hurt. That
And
hurt.
just kind of lets out a growl and says, "You're coming with me." And with that, Tevhul, you are up.
All right. I'm going to, from where I am, I'm gonna see that he has his tech blade out, and I'm gonna fire a shot at his tech blade, and so it will bounce and hit the tech blade and kind of blind him for a sec. And I'm gonna use my trick shot to do a blinding shot. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw of 12.
Okay, so you don't have to make an attack, right? He just gets to straight make the...
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a straight
Save, Constitution save?
Constitution saving throw. Hopefully it can't be a 12.
13.
Dang it!
This bright flash of light amongst the pulsing lights in the dance floor just goes off. And luckily it's directed enough that Craq, it blinds you, but instantly, like, you shake it off. And the Trandoshan you see as well just kind of is blinking heavily, but is able to shrug that off and looks over towards you, frustrated. Anything else?
I'll give him a nice little ha, and then I will duck around the corner and try to hide on in the booth, and just kind of like try to hide behind the little seat.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, so you can head over around that side. All right, and before you go, Craq, the Trandoshan, you see, pull something out of his pouch and is going to toss it up towards the others here. And 30 feet should catch everybody. Check. Oh yeah, definitely would get everybody there. So the three of you, Tevhul, Remok, and Zash, please give me a Constitution saving throw, DC 14. Nice. Tevhul. Oh. Okay.
Oh no!
All right, you are stunned until the end of your next turn. Tevhul.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
And just to, so you're basically incapacitated. You can't move. Can only speak falteringly. You automatically fail strength and dex saves, and attack rolls against you have advantage. And then incapacitated just basically means you can't take actions or reactions.
Okay.
All right. Craq, you are now up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna lift up my gaffy stick at this point and just let out a roar. And I can't do the Tusken roar, but it'll sound very similar to what you hear in the movies. And then I'm gonna swing around as I'm raging and attack him. I'm gonna beef it up with my sonic charge force power. but I'm going to attack recklessly. So that's going to be this
Okay,
guy.
so add advantage. So when you pull up the attack, make sure you hit advantage. And then also, I don't know if the rage damage is going to... Well, we'll get to that in a second, but...
I have a question. Is Craq is an ally for me right now? Or...
I'm going to say not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, not yet. No, good question. So, actually, he's fighting against the Trandoshan. I will say yes. That's fine. You guys are all fighting a common enemy, so I'll say that's fine.
Then I'll like to use a reaction if possible.
Yep.
I'll use targeted strike. So I will expend another superiority die when an ally makes an attack against a creature. And pretty much, I guess I'll just roll it. Craq will get a +2 to attack and damage for this attack.
And the damage, nice. Okay.
Wow.
Both, yeah.
Well, that is extremely helpful because a 14 just missed. So you you only needed one more point to hit, so that came in huge. And so the stick does come through, and you are able to hit. So now when you roll the damage for this, in the modifier section, make sure you add in your rage damage, and +2 for Remok's bonus.
Okay, so damage, normal. So that's 7 for a 10 +4 would be 14. However, I also be sonically charged, give an additional D8 to it.
Okay.
Which will be an additional 8 points of damage. So that's what, 14 plus 8, 22 points of damage as I come down right onto his shoulder. I'm not going for the head, I'm going for right where like right where the shoulder muscle is, and just trying to hit and drag down with it and bring him to like almost a bending over position.
Okay. Heavy hit there in the middle of the dance floor, and you just hear this heavy crack as that connects with the Trandoshan. He lets out a heavy grunt in pain, and as he winces out of that, just looks up at you, throwing eyes in such intense anger. Maybe so much that show that he doesn't care if he brings you in dead or alive. At this point, you've really crossed the line. Before Zash, you are able to go, the Trandoshan will act on that and thrust his tech blade up at you, Craq.
He gets advantage because I attacked recklessly.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to tattle on myself.
Crit fish here. Nope. 25 will hit, though. 12 points of damage come in.
Is that piercing, slashing?
It's kinetic, so have that. So 6 points you would take. I believe, right? Kinetic's one of the...
I believe it's bludgeoning, piercing, and slash. Oh, no, I think it is kinetic. You're right.
Or is that, are you thinking of 5e?
You have resistance, yeah, kinetic and energy.
Yeah, it's kinetic.
You're right.
Yep.
I'm thinking of, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Zash, you are up.
Cool. That Remok, was that a +4 to my next attack, or was it another D4?
A D4.
It's a D4. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I turn over to Remok real quick, and I'm like, most of my jobs go a lot smoother than this. So anyway, I start blasting. But first, I actually use my Ranger's Quarry. It's essentially like Hunter's Mark. I can learn how to read and track my prey. Once on my turns, I can choose a creature I can see within 120 feet, mark it as my quarry. No action required. Remok, was that a... once per turn, when I hit the target with a weapon attack, I can do an extra D4. So I'm going to use my... character sheet. Of course, I'm fine. There we go. I'm going to use Combustive Shot. So as part of the action used to cast this power, that's one of my tech powers. I can make a ranged weapon attack, so I'm going to use my blaster pistol for that.
A good old Combustive Shot. Let her rip.
I can just add add a bonus into that roll, I think, right?
Yep. If it's on the attack roll, yep.
Yeah. Situational bonus, I think.
Yep, situational bonus.
Nice.
Thank you. That's what it's for. Unfortunately, that will just miss.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Would you like to spend an inspo on that or anything else? Or?
Oh, man. I want to get rid of it. Yeah, you know what? Would I have that D4 if I use an inspiration?
Yeah, yep. Yep.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
You got to decide now. Do you want to keep the 2, a guaranteed 2, or you want to re-roll the D4?
Keep it. Was the 2 what I rolled on that other D4?
Yeah.
Let's just keep that 2.
Okay, so just roll it. So if you want to use inspo, re-roll a D20, and we'll add 2. Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
Without. All right. So blast comes across down the little flight of stairs there, right in front of your face. Cry as this shot hits the Trandoshan and bursts into flames, just up the chest in the coat of the Trandoshan. So go ahead, roll damage.
Yep, and then with the Ranger's Quarry, it's another D4 to the damage.
Okay, and combustive does some extra as well, I think, right?
Honeys, let me see.
I believe it's.
I'm in the rolling thing. We'll do the damage first, then I'll do that.
Nice.
Nice.
So 15 standard damage. And then what?
Okay.
Yeah, we're not at 5th level yet. So but it's at the start of your next turn, the creature takes fire damage equal to your ability.
Yes.
Yeah, so no extra damage yet. All right, but it's still on fire and burning up, so. All right. Remok, you are up.
Right. I'll seeing the action. I'll look back over to the booth where I see Tev kind of, I guess, dazed or stunned from the blast, and I'll call out. I'll be like, Tev, come on, we need you guys. We need to get into the fight.
I'm doing my best.
And I'll use reassure as an action.
Okay.
If it's anyone who's charmed, frightened, or stunned, they can make another saving throw and they get to add 1 to it.
Okay, so if they make one,
so they immediately get to make a saving throw against whatever stunned them. I'll
Okay.
take a +1 to it now.
Okay. All right. Is that your full turn?
And then I will just bonus action. I'll tuck it in and hide behind Zash.
Okay.
So I get to make a Constitution saving throw right now?
I'll allow that at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
So, yeah, like normally you would just have to wait till the end of your turn, but I'll add a little extra on to Remok's action there and say that it grants you an attempt. So then if you pass that at the top of your turn, then you'll have your full turn. So otherwise, the stun will wear off the words as normal at the end of your turn. So.
Okay.
All right, but it is the Trandoshan's turn, and it is currently on fire. And but you can see that while that's a heavy annoyance and painful, he's pissed and is going to pull up his bowcaster and aim it towards the group up at the up top, and is going to line up a shot on you, Zash, with that. And
would I have any sort of cover being behind that?
Yes. Yep. You'll have some cover.
Sweet.
And gave a 9, not the 19. Okay, 15. Yeah, it's gonna miss. So it comes across and actually hits the railing in front of you, and it bursts out. And you notice that when it hits, it's not just a normal like bolt, energy bolt that hits. There's something a little extra to it that would cause, probably some additional effect to it. And you're lucky that thing didn't hit you at all. But you see him quickly kind of recock and line up another shot and throw it again. And again, just that's having the Tusken nearby is distracting him, and the bolt once again misses wide, and he grunts in anger. Tevhul, it is your turn. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, and in situational bonus, add +1.
Okay, and then situational bonus add.
And then I
one.
think you have to beat a 14. I think it is what it is.
Oh, I hope I do.
There you go. All right. So, with the help of Remok, you're able to shrug off the stun from the grenade, and now you can have your full turn.
And then I'll like get out of the stun and just like this Griffin Trandoshan. And then I'm going to use my sharpshooter style, and I'll mark him with my bonus action, and then I'm going to again fire at him. But so would I consider, since this Tusken is our target, would I consider him an ally even though he's fighting because he's fighting the Trandoshan?
You mean Craq as an ally?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Okay. He'll be considered that, yeah. Go ahead and double right click on the Trandoshan, and it'll put a little target on there.
Okay. Perfect. And then I'm going to take a nice little shot at this guy because he is making me angry. Oh boy.
Are you close enough there? Yep, you're just close enough. Okay.
And then I would do the 2d6 in situational bonus.
For sneak attack. When you do damage, so don't do that yet.
Okay.
Attack first, yeah, to see if you hit. Oh, look at that. Does it give you the 20? Oh, it didn't.
Oh,
The dice are being weird. So unfortunately, the 12 will miss.
And I'll fire at him, and it'll like zoom past him and like hit the wall, and then I'll just like sink.
You gotta reroll if you want.
You know what? I'm gonna save it.
Okay. So the shot flies. You're still shrugging off that stun. It just puts you off just enough as the bolt goes wide. Anything else?
I think I'll just move a little bit deeper into this booth.
Okay. Yeah, you feel very covered as you do. There's like you see as you look around, you see this like younger couple in the corner, like just hovering close in fright with their drinks, spilling their blue milkshakes all over the place as this like gunfight is going on. Definitely more exciting.
Just like I'll look back at them, grab their shake, and just tilt my mask up. Thank you. And just keep going.
The Trandoshan, avoiding that shot that came in, still focused on Craq, and is going to go ahead and attack with the tech blade. Are you technically still reckless?
Well, he had his bowcaster out, correct?
Yeah.
Is that two-handed or one-handed?
The bowcaster?
Yeah.
Oh, you drop that to grab the tech blade.
Oh, I also wanted to say that.
And that would be reckless, yeah.
I also wanted to say that I was gonna try and hide, because my covert style, I can use my reaction to hide.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead and if you want, make a stealth check for that.
I have to make one for myself.
Okay.
Oh, no boy.
These dice do not like us, guys.
Oh no. We need new
it's
dice.
dark, but yeah, they're seeing all right. So, okay. No, Craq, you're actually right. He had his blade out. He would have dropped that to pull out his rifle. So in order to switch again, he'd have to drop the one. It's got like a strap on it, but still dropping it, and then pick up the other one for a full action. So he'll actually just gonna turn to you and improvise with that bowcaster and just do a strike with like the butt of the gun.
And it would be if you didn't hear me. Yeah, he gets advantage. So
Yeah.
it's for the entire turn. Which, now that I think about it, with legendary actions, that's no bueno.
All right. Will just hits. And so I think improvised are just like your strength score, is it usually? Oh, come on. I think it's your strength score. That's what we're going to say. So 6 points of damage is the heavy butt of the gun comes across.
Kinetic though, right? So it's halved.
Yes, so halved. Yep. And then you are up.
All right. Well, I am going to turn around to these people who are shooting blasters in my cantina, and now instead of hitting this Trandoshan, are destroying all of the nice decorations that I probably had to set up, and say, can one of you hit this guy, please? And if not, can you get up here and just like stab him or something? And I'm going to swing my gaffy stick around and go for a trip attack with two hands. And since it's two-handed and I have the onslaught Berserker instinct, that's with advantage without reckless.
Okay.
And I get to use an attack roll instead of a contested roll because of onslaught. So that'll be a 13 because it's against his AC.
Boy.
So no.
That is
Oh, boy.
unfortunately a miss.
But I'm gonna use my bonus action. No, I'm not. Oh man. Do I have anything else I can use as a bonus action? I don't think I do. Force powers. No, I got nothing. That's it, guys. I'm stand there and be like,
Remok, you got any support over there?
Don't.
he's got
Are you out of die?
I mean, I technically do, but I can't do it since you've kind of like I can't do targeted strike if you've already like said it's a miss kind of deal.
Oh, you're right.
I have to do it before you say it.
I'm not gonna fuss about that. So yeah.
I'll spend my reaction.
So only if you want to. Yeah, like if you would have, then you can. But
Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. So it adds a D4. So the 4.
more than what you need. So
yeah. So he
encouraging
is...
word and maybe a little beacon kind of scans over the Trandoshan and just focuses your strike.
I was like going for the ankle, but then this like wave goes over him and I just pull at the knee instead. And his knee pulls out and he goes prone.
He from that attack goes prone.
Yeah, because I'm tripping him.
There's no damage.
No damage.
Okay.
It's just I can use, instead of using the contested grapple, it would be I just used an attack versus his AC.
All right. Okay. All right. With that your full turn.
I can't do anything with my bonus action, so yeah, that's my turn.
All right. He will spend a legendary action to stand up. But Zash, you are up.
Nice. How's the Trandoshan looking? And how's Craq looking too?
Craq's looking really rough. Trandoshan's, he's hurt, but he's all right.
Okay. Well, when Craq yells at, I'm like, I hit him already. What are you talking about? And then I will. Yeah, I'm gonna use. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna use Tracer Bolt. I think this is gonna be. Does that work? Nope. Why is that not?
Gotta use the power.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm like pressing the dicing, like a window's popping up and then going away real quick. I don't know why.
Yeah, there might be something in there that we have to look at to fix. Yeah, Tracer bolts. Forget what it is.
I closed my pop out and then reopened it back up if you have it popped out.
Let's see here.
Yeah, if you have pop out, that might be part of it too. I think some of those because another window's popping up and asking you about the spell slots. But yeah, sometimes it screws up there. So.
Oh, there we go. And there we go. Did that do it? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nothing being added to that. Oh, also, I think beginning of my turn, he takes some
fire damage. Yes. How much? Equal to your intelligence.
Yes. Yeah. So 5.
5. Okay. That's solid. Yeah. All right.
Let's see what this is.
Oh no! These dice don't like us, man.
And I'm like, well, I hit him before, and then I'm gonna use as a bonus action, because I don't want this dude to kill my mark. I'm gonna use Kolto Pack, first level tech power. A creature of my choice I can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus my tech casting ability modifier. 60 foot range.
Is that an at will?
That is a
because Tracer Bolt's first level, so
yeah.
Is that first level as well?
That is first level.
Okay, so yeah, unfortunately you can't.
Snap. I won't do that, but I want Craq to know that I tried to do that. And then that's my turn.
Alrighty.
You just hear in your head, thank you. I knew your intent.
The Trandoshan is going to, once again, as he stands up and is going to reach again out for another little orb and toss it towards Remok and Zash. Both of you, please make a Constitution saving throw, DC 14.
Do I have to make it as well?
No, you're hidden. You're covered. Yep. All right. The both of you fall down, stunned till the end of your next turn. And
so Remok, I'm just like, this guy's on fire and he doesn't even care.
I know.
All right. So Remok, unfortunately, you're stunned. Your end of your turn comes, however, and now you are no longer stunned. And we are at the top of the round with Fursk, the Trandoshan, and is going to still has his he's going to go ahead and take an action to pick up his tech blade. So he will spend that. Feeling a little confident, maybe cocky that the Tusken's looking pretty rough. Spend the time to do so and just look over and just kind of give you a growl and just said, "You will be coming with me." And Tevhul, you are up.
All right. I'm just going to look at this guy. I'm going to see that Remok and Zash are they're not doing too well. Our bounty target isn't doing too well. And I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to fire at him, at the Trandoshan, and I'm going to try and bounce the shot off of his bowcaster, so he drops the bowcaster, and I'm going to use my trick shot.
Disarming?
Actually, no, sorry, I don't have that yet. I'm going to try and I'm trying to bounce it off the bowcaster and like hit him in the chest, like the chest neck area. I'm gonna use brutal shot.
Okay.
So he needs to make a Constitution. Not Constitution save. He needs to make a Strength saving throw, or be knocked prone.
Okay.
So the target is 12. Please, please, oh please.
Nat 1. Very nice. Shot goes across the dance floor, and he's the Trandoshan isn't expecting it. Is he threw the stun grenade up at the other two, and then turns his focus back onto his target, and the shot comes off and just bounces, and it just like hits the gun and angles down towards his feet, bringing him down to the ground. He falls to the dance floor prone. Just lets out another grunt. Anything else?
I am going to use my bonus action to hide again.
Okay. Going to make another stealth check for that.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay.
Same as last time.
Craq, you are up. The Trandoshan is going to go ahead and spend an action to stand up, his legendary action to stand up. But, Craq, you're up.
I'm just gonna yell behind me. You know, it's appreciated. I didn't think you would actually, thank you. And I'm just gonna swing out with the gaffy stick again. I wasn't gonna go reckless, but I guess I'm gonna go reckless now. And I'm gonna power it up with my. He ended his turn within. Oh, I missed it. I'm gonna remember it next time because it's been a full round, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But I'll remember it for next time. My sonic charge does something in the second round. So advantage. That's hey, love to see it. Natural 20. And that's a sonic charge. So that'll be damage for crit. That's a 9 and a 10 for a 22. Plus 2 for raging. So that's a 24. Plus 2d8 for my sonic charge. So that'll be an additional 5 points of damage.
Do you get, is 2d8 normal sonic, or are you doubling that for the crit?
Doubling it for the crit.
Okay.
Would it just be normal 1, or would it be?
No, you're right. Nope, it would be double. Just, yeah.
Cool.
Making sure. So, extra 5.
Extra
Ooh, what
5.
Rough roll.
Yeah, it was
Extra
bad.
5.
Listen, I'll take the 10 and the 9 on the gaffy stick for the
Actually,
sonic
no,
being,
you're right.
being
Actually,
moderate.
yeah.
But yeah, I'll hit him just right across the jaw and look at him dead in the eyes and say, I'm not going anywhere.
That was massive hit strike to the Trandoshan. He is looking extremely rough at this point now. Still have some fight in him, but not looking good. With that, is that your full turn, Craq?
Yeah, I can't really do anything with my bonus action quite yet. So
okay. At this point, he's picked up his tech blade and is going to now finally be able to get a strike out at you. Did you go reckless?
I did go reckless, so he gets reckless back.
A 20 to hit.
No.
13 points of damage.
Oh, that's okay. That's not bad. That's halved.
Oh, yes, you're right. It is halved. So 6 points. All right. And with that, Zash, you are stunned, unfortunately. Your turn comes and goes.
He would still take the fire damage, all right?
You are right, yes. So 5 more points. Okay. Remok, you are up.
How bad does the Trandoshan look?
He looks pretty rough. A few more solid hits in him, but Craq looks horrible.
Okay, so I'm going to. What was the thing to do the waypoints again?
Just click now. Click with your mount though.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna run up onto the dance floor behind Craq. And
What is love?
and then I'm just going to reach into one of the pockets in my duster and just pull out a syringe and just stab in the back and just use a med pack on him.
Okay. So that will allow Craq roll your hit die. So I think just manually rolling that's probably the best. And then add your Constitution modifier. I think, are you a D12? Yeah.
D12 plus 3, so it's 9 plus 3 for 12 total.
Nice. That's a great med pack.
That's a great med pack for me. That's awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Anything else, Remok?
And then I will bonus action. I'll hide behind the big Tusken Raider and just duck behind him.
All right. You can do that. Go ahead and make a quick check for that.
That's better. That's better.
Very nice.
I'm 19.
Okay. With that, we head back top of the next round with the Trandoshan really in a lot of pain there, and is going to go ahead and doesn't sees that you, Remok, just kind of disappear. It isn't really even paying attention. Feels that Zash is out of it. Tevhul is kind of hidden. Just going to continue and focus on his target in front of him and swing out. You are still reckless, yes.
Correct.
Okay. Couple tech blades coming in. The 23 on the first. 10 points of damage halved for 5. And then a second attack. 15 just hit.
15 just barely hits.
Okay. Or 6 more.
Is that already halved or?
Yes, 6 is halved. Yeah, 12 was the original. So
I took the exact damage that I just healed.
was it? Yeah, was it
Yeah.
exact? Hey, I mean,
Perfect.
There you
That's
go.
great. Love to see it.
all right.
Um,
You can see the frustration that is kind of the up and down that the Trandoshan is dealing with you, but is still determined. Tevhul, you are up.
At the end of his turn, my gaffy stick, this is what I forgot last time, my gaffy stick still has that sonic charge and emits one last little burst at him.
Yeah.
And he's going to take... Did that roll?
3. I see 3, yeah.
Oh, okay. It didn't roll on my end, but he'll take 3 points of sonic damage
Okay.
from the remnants of that.
Alrighty. Go roll one more from the last time. That's fine. If it would have applied. What is there like a condition that has to satisfy, or is it just at the end of the turn?
If he ends his turn within 5 feet of me, still it
Okay.
goes off.
Yep. Okay. Cool. All right, Tevhul, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna pop out and then just take aim at this guy and let loose a shot. Come on, big money. Not big money. Can I use my inspiration?
You can.
Oh boy. I will. Oh.
Just.
Oh boy. Hopefully, come on.
That'll do it.
Hey!
Worth it.
That's so much better. And then on damage, I do the 2d6, right?
Yep. Where it says conditional bonus or whatever it is, I forget what it
Situational
says.
bonus. Okay.
Situational. Thank you. Yes.
And boop.
All right.
And deal a nice 13 damage to him.
Shot flies across and hitting him pretty square. He's on fire. He's taking hits and looking rough. Just really starting to see that damage, and he is in serious pain. Serious, just really rough at this point.
I'll just
Go ahead, yep.
pop up over and just be like, "Why won't you Criffin go down?"
And it is at that point, actually, that you yell this out. And the Trandoshan reaches to his chest. And he's got like some straps and belts and things, and it looks like there's a little bit of a belt clip or something down. And he just kind of like yells out, almost to like no one in particular, but clearly in response to you, Tevhul. And he says, "If I do, it will not be by your hands." And he like pulls apart this belt buckle, and there's just this beep, 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 and he just like detonates himself. So I need,
Oh boy.
I need Craq and Remok to please make dexterity saving throws. DC 15.
Yeah, I saw this, right? Like,
As far as like getting
like getting
advantage by seeing
getting
it?
advantage. Well, getting advantage from danger sense.
Yes.
Okay,
yes. I'll allow that. Remok, nice.
21.
My rolls aren't coming up on my end. I don't know why.
Maybe hit a F5 real quick on your browser and see if it'll. They're coming up on our end, so give it a quick
Yeah, we can
refresh.
see 'em.
So
Oh, cool. There we go. 14.
yeah. Okay. And with that. Let's see. Craq, you failed. Remok, you saved. Craq, you're going to take 5 points of damage from the explosion. And Remok, you will take half of that, so 2 points. And the Trandoshan then lies there on the ground, taken out. And things seem to quiet down.
I wake up from my stupor like, oh, that son of a, and put my pistol on. He's like,
As the Trandoshan falls and the rest of you catch your breath, are you still up 1 point, Craq?
ooh.
Yeah, I have a single HP, so I
Okay.
like, look at him and I just look at him and I go, "Man, the father." And I'll turn around and I'll walk back. I'm just gonna walk back to the bar and reach over, pour myself a drink.
All right, so as the Trandoshan falls, and it seems that pretty quickly that everyone else just kind of like exhales that this confrontation is over. The patrons that have been like against the walls or the ones that weren't able to sneak out during this conflict slowly kind of relax and, just wait for things to clean up before they can kind of go back to what they were doing. With that,
I'll walk over to Zash and just be like, It's all right, everybody. It's all right. Hope you enjoyed the show. And walk over to Zash and put a hand out to help him up.
and with that, we're going to take a quick break here, and then we'll come back and see about this aftermath. So, thanks everyone hanging out in chat. We will be back here in about 10 minutes. So come back and see how the rest of this plays out. So see you soon. All right. We are back. Hopefully everyone is refreshed. Welcome everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us. So, we left off as Zash and Remok and Tevhul going after a bounty, a rare Tusken out in Hutt Space. Sought him out in this cantina, as he apparently worked there, and went to basically, capture that target. And a Trandoshan bounty hunter had appeared and had other plans, intercepted, and it turned into a 4-on-1, and you needed it. It came down to the wire. Craq, on his last breath, there, and the rest of you, spent half the time dazed and confused. But you were able to overcome, and the Trandoshan actually, like some sort of, honor or something, last ditch, actually, went down, taking himself out to not succumb to defeat by your hands, but taking it in his own. And, erupted in a burst, explosion on the dance floor. But luckily, Craq and Remok, who was hiding behind, shielded, were able to dodge away from that. So that is where we pick up as the smoke clears. The patrons in the bar begin to slowly kind of come back from their spots of cover and hiding. And Zash, give me a... Zash, do you come over and take a look at that Trandoshan at all?
Yeah, I think I would.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an investigation check.
As I walk over, where they're all at, I think Craq's still there too. I look over the Trandoshan and I look at him and I'm like, so anyway, I hear you make a mean Tatooine sunrise.
Yeah, I'm gonna need one of those right about now, and I'm just gonna walk off. I'm gonna put the gaffy stick on my back and start to walk toward the bar and make stuff for the group.
Can I get one too? I mean, it's been a while since I've been on Tatooine.
1, 2. Point. Bothan, you want one?
He wants one, yes. Totally.
Yes.
You make them virgin?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, sorry.
Don't make it virgin.
With a great recall there, Zash, give you an inspiration for that call out. And you come over to the Trandoshan, and you don't find anything of major value. His weapons are there for the taking. He's got a bowcaster and his tech blade. The bowcaster does seem to be a little bit augmented. Seems it comes with some extra charges to the weaponry that you can investigate later on. One thing you do notice though is he has a little bit of like, it's just an armband. It's not like official patch or insignia or anything, but you do recognize it as a, I don't know if you'd say a fellow guild, maybe a rival guild is more appropriate term, but you do recognize that as him being from the Mantis Syndicate. And you know that they are on this huge, basically, recruitment drive, and picking up anybody and everyone just to try and really build up to be the biggest guild in the area. And you get some types, like this Trandoshan that they'll come in and maybe their methods aren't very honorable, things like that. So it all kind of like makes sense now that this bantha fodder would have showed up after this target.
Cool.
Craq, you're able to head back and go ahead and make some beverages. Give me a. Do you have brewers or make?
Yeah, I'm
kit?
proficient with a brewer's kit.
Okay, and give me that with intelligence. So roll an intelligence check and then add your proficiency bonus, so +2 to intelligence. Nice.
So +2
Minus
would
1?
be +2 would be an 18. Yeah, I get a
Okay.
I got a -1, but I'm really good at
Okay.
brewing brews.
So you're mixing those up, going through, and you're about to pour in, that last little touch in there, the alcohol, but then you remember that Zash requested without it, and you're like, oh yeah, I can do that. These guys really helped me out, so. But you finish those off and bring those over to another table. You guys are up, you guys can come up to the bar off the dance floor and meet at a table and then sit, so.
Yeah, we'll be at the bar. I assume that he's at
Okay.
the bar making.
Yeah. I think you're muted, Craq.
Yeah, I am.
There you go.
I'd start on the patron end of the bar, and then I'd realize really quickly that it's no way to do business as I'm handling open alcohol, and I'll go back around and just start pouring casually and wait for them to come up.
Yeah, I go sit. I say, any idea what that guy wanted?
Not to my knowledge, no. I'm just here working like I normally do, and this hasn't happened before, I don't think, at least to my knowledge, or so aggressively. Thank you guys for your help.
Oh, hey, yeah, no problem.
Like I said, I don't see many Tuskens outside of Tatooine, especially not serving drinks. If you don't mind me asking, how did that happen?
Long story short, I owed some favors. They paid them in, and then after all was said and done, I decided to settle down here for a bit.
I say, speaking of favors, I take out one of my med packs and I put it on the counter and push it towards him, because I see that he's hurt.
I'm gonna take out one of my own and look toward my Bothan friend that's over there, and I'll slide it toward him. I believe I owe you guys one. I'd be dead, I fear, if it wasn't for your friend over there.
Yeah, well, speaking of owing us one, I pull out my blaster pistol and just like casually have it on the counter facing towards him, and I say in Tusken to him, I'm like, I'm gonna level with you. Corlear has a bounty out on you. A lot of these hunters from this guy's syndicate are trying to take you in dead. They're very sloppy. Me, I was gonna come ask you politely. Whatever happens after I get my money, I don't care. But we're gonna need you to come with us. Please.
I'm not really in a position to defer your invitation or ignore it. Where are we headed?
Where are we headed again? One of the
So back to, I think he's on, I think now Hutta was where he would be. But Craq, you would also, with your time previously working with Hutts before back on Tatooine and whatnot, you have that connection. You definitely know the language. You might be able to utilize the rapport you used to have, and this isn't necessarily the end of the road, hopefully. So
yeah, no,
there might be some comfort in that, but
I'll respond to him in Tusken, but then it'll be like Spanglish, but with Tusken and some Huttese, and me and the Hutts go back a bit. Like I said, I owed favors.
A lot of people out here owe favors to the Hutts. Also still in Tusken, same.
Also strange that you know Tusken, but I imagine that's a story for another time.
Picked up a few things in my travels. But I'm in no rush. Let's have our drinks.
Agreed. Get some rest before we head back on the road.
Meanwhile, me and Remok are just like, yeah, these drinks are really good. I don't know what they're saying. You know,
What do they say?
It's the spice in them. No, I'm kidding.
I guess I understand a little bit of cross Spanglish just because Remok does speak Huttese, so I can understand a little bit of that part, but the Tusken part, I don't. I'm just resting and recovering, talking to Tev about the battle that we just had and how crazy things got.
I know, right? Like, I shot his gun and it flashed and he still didn't go down and he got set on fire.
He didn't do it. He was just on fire, just hanging out. That's crazy.
It's just the whole thing, man.
Trandoshan doesn't bother me. Yeah, they're wild.
Scary people.
Do we have like? I assume we came here on one of our ships, or like we chartered a ship or something.
Yeah.
Take them back.
Yeah. Yep. Craq, give me a wisdom check.
Eight, 18.
You sense something amongst the party. You don't know what it is, but there's this itch. There's just this something. You just kind of make note of it.
I'm gonna, as I'm sitting there, I'm gonna grab a glass and like start cleaning it, and I'm gonna working while I'm talking to them now. Things go back to normal. DJ comes back on, but while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna reach out with my mind and use my ability to sense emotions.
Okay.
So I want to get a vibe check from these guys.
Okay. And what does the group need to do for that?
So right now, since I'm just going like base level, all I need is for the three of them to tell me whatever their prevailing emotion is. And then if I choose to dig deeper, I think I can like pry.
It says one humanoid, so one specific individual.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go with the guy that I've been talking to the most. Actually, no, I take that back. The Bothan, because he's been like, I don't know. I'm just getting a weird vibe. I want to check him out.
Okay.
He stabbed me in the back with something, and it healed me. But he stabbed me in the back with something.
Thank you, but it's weird.
So Remok, in telling this information is kind of out of character. Of course, it's something that he's picking up on. But what is your kind of prevailing emotion right now? Love, anger, pain, fear, etc. That he would potentially pick up on.
Remok's prevailing emotion right now would be a bit of curiosity. Bit curious. I don't know if he would pick up exactly what he's curious about, but he's definitely checking a bit between looking at the Tusken, looking at the Trandoshan remains, or what's left of where he was. Checking this, glancing back and forth, trying to figure out what's kind of going on here. It's definitely an inquisitive, curious vibe.
Craq, you would get a tinge of that, but the feeling that you sensed doesn't really align with
what I had felt private or like.
Right. Is you kind of like pick up on something and you're like, all right, I'm gonna kind of probe, one of these guys for this. It just it doesn't align, like it conflicts almost. So.
Cool. I'm gonna make a mental note of that and just continue work, and the rest of you with him on this, with the bounty, this work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with him.
Real good.
I mean, if the Hutts want me, then they must have good reason. Or else they wouldn't send the three of you out to get me. We just send one that's really, really good.
Yeah, they didn't say and I didn't ask. Good job.
Understood. Can I get you guys anything else? You guys saved, not saved me, but at least help me out when I was about to get dragged off. So I at least owe you a little something.
Well, you can save it for. We can save it for whenever it comes up, or whenever we might need something.
I like the sound of that one, definitely. Favor sometimes more valuable than credit sometimes.
That's true, but can I get another sunrise? 'Cause, like,
Well, that would be your favor, unless you're planning on paying for it. I'm kidding, and I'll go and I'll grab another one. I'll get one ready for him. But
he'll
yeah.
like put the 3 credits he has just on the account.
As you begin enjoying that next drink, Tevhul, give me a Constitution saving throw.
There's no spice, I swear.
That's what they all say.
Nat 1. I gotta turn on the dice as an overlay next week for our RP screen here, so we can see that. But you only get a couple sips in the second one, and that first one just hits, and you are just, at first you're feeling good, you're feeling relaxed and enjoying, and then it just like spins and it's making you woozy. Go ahead and give me a D4.
D4. Okay.
D4.
Oh boy.
That is a 4.
Oh boy.
You are at disadvantage for the next 4 hours on your rolls, as this is hitting you pretty hard. The headache hurts.
I can tell this is something special. You should market these, you know? I mean, you got the little umbrellas and it looks like a sunrise. It's good.
Zash didn't know Tevhul before going into this, right? Like I knew Remok, but like Tevhul was like,
yeah,
Remok.
you don't, yeah, yep.
I lean over to Remok. I'm like, where'd you find this guy?
We both work for the Hutt. He doesn't get out much sometimes. He kind of likes to let loose when he can.
Should I have given him the virgin?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's dance, man. It's a party. It's good.
Tevhul, give me a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Oh boy. Save at disadvantage. Saves, there you go.
Check.
Disadvantage.
Sorry.
Oh.
But it's fine. We'll take the rolls. So yeah, not really. What's your, were those saves?
Yes, those were.
What's your modifier for wisdom?
For wisdom, it is +3.
Okay, so same roll. Either way. All right. Yeah, you're just kind of feeling it. Just pretty loopy, yeah. So.
Hey man, it's a good time.
Okay.
Do I have a boss? Like who's in charge of me at this? Yeah, I feel like I'm the only person working this entire bar right now. No, do I have a boss at Frill?
Yeah, I would say so. And this grumpy Toydarian that he basically operates off-site for the most part, but comes in to collect the week's funds and profits, of course, and just checks in, but pretty much leaves the staff to operate things for the most part otherwise. But
would I know how to get in touch with him?
yeah, you'd have like a, communicator number, whatever.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I got to make a call to my boss and let him know that I'm putting in my 24 hours.
Do what you got to do.
And I'll step away. I'll make a quick com call to him. Let him know that I have to quit.
I'm gonna hang close, like near him, and like just listen in. Make sure he's not like trying anything funky. Can I also like just take like, I don't know, a look around the bar place, see if there's any other shady looking figures around?
Are you trying to be nonchalant about that?
Yeah.
So give me a stealth check.
Can I peer over to where Craq is and just make sure that he's actually calling, not trying to like slip out the back?
Yeah, I mean, you'd see him, he just steps around to like the end of the bar and there's a little comm device there that you're able to hit. So yeah, you don't see him slip out anywhere. Okay. So Craq, you do not notice Zash kind of tagging along a little bit. You're pretty focused on this call in the situation. So Zash, you are able to kind of be close enough to keep an ear out. But yeah, Craq.
Hey boss, it's Craq.
What is it?
Yeah, so there was a guy who came in and tried to knock me out about 5-10 minutes ago. Apparently,
well, you know what we do? Stop serving them and don't hit the road.
Oh no. Apparently, I got a no. I mean, I handled it. Unfortunately, there is some damage to the bar. There were a number of individuals who decided. What? Yeah, there were a number of individuals who decided to brandish some blasters and.
That station.
They didn't.
Never got involved. Craq, this is coming out of your check. Listen, you're gonna have to work this off.
So the good news is you don't need to pay me for this pay period because the guy that originally came after me, I found out that apparently I have a bounty on my head. So you can keep whatever my pay was for this week because I have to quit effective like within the next 24 hours. I know that's a real inconvenience because my bartending skills really, really, really are what make this place thrive. But I'm sure you'll do the best under the circumstances, and I apologize sincerely.
Who's this bounty?
I believe it's with the Hutts, sir.
You can hear through the call just this like gulp. Yes. Criff. All right, do what you gotta do.
Yep, and what I'm gonna do is go with the gentleman that missed almost every single one of their shots, and hopefully.
If he's aiming at you, that's a good thing.
No, they were aiming at the other guy. That's why there's a bunch of holes in your bar. But I'm sure you'll figure that out in a couple of days when you can pick up all the money that we made. Yeah, cool. Bye. Just hang up.
That's my favorite thing to ever happen in any Star Wars thing ever. There's this big Tusken talking to his boss, like, yeah, boss, I got in trouble. Like, I gotta go.
Go.
I love it. When he was saying that stuff about the guys missing every shot, Zash is like, you set him on fire.
You did a good job, Zash. I'm proud of you.
The Trandoshan was burned, but not as much as Zash's ego. But you do complete the announcement of your termination, self-termination of work. Zash, you do hear the conversation, and it all seemed up to snuff.
I just go back to my seat. Gonna take a look around the bar for any shady individuals, if there's any other possible bounty hunter looking types out here.
Yeah, give me a perception check. 14 plus 2, 16. Doesn't look to be anything out of the ordinary now. You see, you know, the amount of people in here is reduced from when you first came in. The fight obviously pushed a lot of people away, but those that have stayed or a few that have come in, you know, they just seem like normal patrons. Good mix of species here and there, but yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Say that as you're scanning the dance floor, though, you do notice out in the kind of thoroughfare of the station, in the distance, a couple look to be like security guard officers walking forward, talking with a few people on the way, but they seem to have a bit of a hurried trajectory towards your location.
I turn to the group and I'm like, all right, time to go.
Tevhul like lean back in his chair and see him and just like, all right, let's get out of here.
I still pay Craq for the drinks.
I'm gonna pocket that money because I need money. I'm out of work.
So, Craq, you take because there were 3 + 1, 20 credits.
Wow, I make
So
expensive.
Zash, 20 credits from you. Five, yeah, a pop. With some good Tatooine sunrise.
Make those all day.
So you head out from the Rusty Droid Cantina to work your way through the crowd and go ahead and give me stealth checks all around. Tev at disadvantage.
I just want to. Do we have anybody who doesn't have proficiency in stealth?
That would be me.
Yeah, actually, I can check.
Yeah, I know I don't. For
Craq.
Sure. Yeah.
Just Craq.
Not. Do I really? I'm like. No.
Then I guess I'll take a minute and kind of talk. I guess I'll talk over to Craq and kind of try and give him the stealth one-on-one talk on how to blend in with the crowd.
Yeah, just a good reminder that, hey, we want to not be too flashy here as we get out of here. And so that allows Craq to have your...
They can add their proficiency bonus to...
they get... Okay, so yeah.
Roll yeah.
Oh, yeah, situational modifier, just add a +2 when you roll that. Okay,
Like,
and
pull
the
up
teacher maybe needed to be the student. So you work your
really
way
good
out,
at this.
and yeah, Craq, you listen intently, you cover up, and Zash, of course, you are just. This is what you do. You blend in and hide from the crowd, and Remok, you are just so focused on making sure Craq is quiet that you kind of, don't take your own words and just stand out. But really, it's Tev behind you, just stumbling and runs into like a waste bin that's outside. It's crash loud noises, and it just all eyes just kind of turn around, and immediately the security guards just look up and kind of come over and says, "Please, excuse me, halt."
I'm sorry. Look, I'm trying to get out of here, man. There's people shooting in there, and
That's what we're here for. We heard a report of an incident going on. We're gonna have to ask you some questions. Has this man been overserved?
I've just had a couple of sunrises of that.
He just cannot handle his liquor. I'm sorry, sir.
You need to take care of him. Were you inside this facility during this incident?
We were. It was crazy. It happened on the dance floor. We didn't catch much of it, but heard some blaster fire. Heard and saw an explosion, and then just saw a couple of Trandoshan legs on the ground there. I don't know what happened. This guy was too busy pounding him back.
I'll like lean over his shoulder, like there's a dude on fire on stage. I mean,
Literal fire, like
Yeah.
actual fire, not like dancing, like oh he's on fire, like hot.
oh, like that was a
Still?
Nah,
And
nah,
it was just
it's probably out by
flames.
now.
Whew.
Maybe slightly smoldering, but
Mhm.
still, yeah.
Zash, go ahead and give me a persuasion. I'll let you decide. Persuasion or deception, but add advantage.
Ooh, the persuasion. They're both the same. So.
Okay.
Come on. Not terrible.
Ooh.
The guard just kind of like squints and it's like, why was this Trandoshan on fire? What? You all seem to be in quite a hurry to head out of here. You sure you all didn't have anything to do with this?
I don't have anything to do with it, officer.
I don't believe you would. Yeah, but
Well, yeah, we're in a hurry to get out of there because the Trandoshan blew up and was on fire. That's not the kind of place we want to stick around at.
he begins like looking up and down each of you, and you have permits for those rifles?
Do we?
Probably would.
We don't. They're all right, boss. They're not really real, if you know what I mean. They actually do. Are permits a thing?
What's that?
Are permits actually a thing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would assume I have one for my pistol, but I probably do. I think I said I took the bowcaster. I probably don't have one for that.
Oh, you could have grabbed his permit.
If he had one.
Yeah, if he had.
Well, I'm gonna have to investigate that. And so he asks for everyone to kind of, for what you have to show what you have for the equipment. It's like, all right, I see this this caster and this blade. I'm not seeing permits for that. Where'd you pick these up at?
Oh, I didn't take the his tech blade. I just
Okay.
have mine.
Did somebody else take the tech blade?
If Remok looking at it, because that's what he was curious about, was the tech blade. Does it look like a standard tech blade? Or
Yeah,
does
yeah,
it
nothing special about it, but
then he wouldn't take it now. He would
Okay.
just leave it.
okay. So you still have the bowcaster that he asks about.
Oh, he asked for it.
But he just says, "Where'd you get it?"
Oh.
I don't see no permit for this.
At this point, I'm just gonna cut my loss. I'm like, I wanted one of these. Here you go. It was by the body of the Trandoshan. I wanted it.
Hey, I ain't got no use for this. Kind of leans in, he says, but I might be able to offer a permit on the spot.
What does that entail?
I've been here for a bit, and I'm just gonna reach and I'm gonna pull the 20 credits that Zash had given me, and just hand it over.
Are you
This'll
trying
do
to
for
buy a
permits,
permit
right?
for a round, or a power cell for this thing?
Well, no, I was trying to buy a permit for it, but need a little
Let's
bit
add another
more.
zero there.
And another zero.
Well, relax there, buddy. You can just take the gun. I don't need it that bad.
I mean, would you rather have to do the paperwork for the gun, or would you rather make some money?
I'll make some money, but I don't want to have to drag this thing around. I don't want to have it end up in the wrong person's hands.
How would I give you? And I'll pull out another 100 on top of what I just pulled out.
120,
130
30. Okay.
or 120. Yeah, I'm sorry, 120.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check.
really good at that. Really not.
Sorry. $200 is the cost of these permits.
Oh,
I just toss him the bowcaster. I'm like, here you go, and then just continue on our way. We can find whatever else you need inside. Don't waste our time.
I'm gonna pull out an extra 100 because the bowcaster now has piqued my interest. I didn't want it, but now I kind of do.
Are you gonna round off to the 200, or are you giving a little extra?
No, I'll give him. You know, for sticking to his guns, and he did drop from me in my head, realizing he dropped from 300 to 2. Or no, he was right, 200. Yeah, I'm just gonna top. Yeah, I'll top him off at 200. So I'll pull out another 80 and give him 200.
See, there you go. Business, easy as that. Enjoy your new toy. Just
officer,
make sure nobody else checks for your permit.
Can I get something in writing in case somebody does?
Yeah, like a temp permit or something.
Yeah, like a temporary permit until I get to the next rifle station.
I ran out. Just tell him that Officer Pace provided you with permit. Give me a quick perception check.
All right, that's not bad. 12.
You can clearly see he's got a name tag that says Tori, Tori.
All right, Tori. We'll make sure. Does he have a badge number next to it? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But I'll just kind of nod to him and I'll shoulder the bowcaster and catch up with my friends.
Okay.
I'm gonna I guess I don't know. I'm gonna like walk like as I guess we all go past. I'm just gonna like accidentally like bump into Officer Pace, and I'm gonna try and see like if I can swipe the credits back from his pocket that he just tucked in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. Do you have any benefits to this, or is it just straight?
It's just straight.
Okay. No class features or anything that help out.
No. The only thing is that I'm expertise at it, so hoping I can.
Okay. I see a 12. All right.
Oh.
You bump into him, and
Can I use the inspiration? Just
you can absolutely.
Oh yeah. Dang it, bit better.
Not
much better.
Not much better. Not much better.
Not
I swear, I see when I see people use inspos, it's that you either get worse or just barely better. But so you brush up against the security guard in trying to get that, and he immediately senses that bump, and is just kind of like, what are you doing, man? What are you, too much drinks as well? Watch where you're walking. And he kind of turns in the pocket where the credits are, like turns away from you, so you don't have the opportunity to reach in there. So luckily he doesn't pick up on anything beyond that, but you aren't able to grab anything.
And we'll just walk on our way, and I'll turn back and be like, bye, Officer Belvedere.
You carry on.
Remok, I'm like, nice try.
You continue on and
it's worth a shot.
Head out. So we'll probably deal with this offline, just as I pick up on some other things here. But you are here in the station, and there's lots of shops and other things as well. So if there's any supplies or things you all would think you would want to pick up, make note, and we can work on that offline. But anyway, you head over to the docking bay where you came in at, and get to your chartered ship to fly back out to Nal Hutta to meet with Corlear and to bring in the target, Krah. It's average flight. Tev, you start to come out of your inebriation there, and feeling a little bit better. You've got like a lingering headache, but you feel that your wits are a little bit about you, and whatnot. So, but you come down and arrive there on Nel Hutta, and it's just Nel Hutta's not a pretty place, but you're there to go and meet with Corlear. You take a skiff transport to his little bit of a palace and meet with him there in his chambers. You're greeted by one of his droid servants there initially, and right away recognize you again coming back and take you into his chamber where you were very recently to deal with the bounty. You see the large hut there. He's kind of gray mottled, like spots down his back, and he sits there on his long dais with a couple other droids there nearby, serving drinks and food as he wishes, and welcomes you in as you come. Ah, Zash! My friend, thank you. I see you were successful in your hunt.
Yeah. And is he saying this in Huttese or basic? I guess I'll just say whatever language he's speaking.
Do you know Huttese?
Yeah.
Okay,
I know
so
like a billion languages.
he would be speaking in Huttese then. If he knows that you know it, then yes, that would have been Huttese. So, Remok, do you know Huttese?
Yes.
Right? And
Well,
Tev?
No.
Okay. All right. So you hear the mumbling and not really sure what is being said, but Corlear is addressing Zash anyway, so he isn't really concerned about the others. But yeah.
Yeah, ran into a bit of competition from another syndicate down the way, but this guy's actually one of the more cooperative of any of the other bounties I've gotten. No issue for me, of course.
Yes, it seems there's some groups out there. Is this Mantis?
Yep.
They are picking up anything and everything they can. I wouldn't have expected this to be that high profile.
Yeah, it looks like he was really trying to take your boy in here dead.
He turns to you, Craq, and he says first in Huttese, do you speak Huttese?
I do, Lord Hutt.
You come from Planet of the Twin Suns?
I do. Where your cousin, maybe, Jabba, reigns.
I don't claim relations with him. What brings you here?
Excuse me, didn't you, you had a bounty on my head, I believe. This fella, and I will kind of motion over to Zash.
What brought you here to Hutt Space?
Oh, well, I mean, Tatooine is within Hutt Space already, but in the broader sense, I owed some favors to Jabba and to a number of other Hutts. And after those debts were paid, I went to the fringes of your space to try to make a life of my own outside of this.
And do you know why you're here now?
Best guess would be I either overserved somebody at my establishment, underserved them, or something to do with the gauntlet, in which I partook.
Serve? Are you You're a bit of a mixologist.
Yes, I studied at Jabba's palace for a brief stint before he sent me on some muscle jobs for him.
Pretty good too.
Please, indulge me. Droid. And he looks over and has him bring out this cart full of just different liquids and potion things and ingredients.
Mhm.
And asks you to go ahead and whip something up.
You're probably yeah. You know what? We'll do it. We'll go with the bantha fodder, and I'll make something for him. It'll be kind of like a dessert drink, so I'll have some chocolate. It'll be kind of minty and chocolatey, but not like it'll be gritty.
Chocolate syrup on the glass.
Yeah, like chocolate syrup on the glass, but when you drink it, they don't have the proper blending machine like I would at a bar, so it just turns out really, really gritty as he's drinking it.
Go ahead and give me a. No.
Oh, all right.
That's fine. We can adjust here. What? Okay, so 7, 8, 9. Let's go with. Well, give me an argument for another skill that you might want to use. Maybe like a.
You know, I would. The only other argument I would use would be. Oh, you know what? I'd make an argument with medicine because alcohol.
Okay. And that's under wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom, and I have expertise.
So it'd be.
I have expertise in it.
Well, you're gonna use the base skill, not medicine. So,
Gotcha.
but you can use wisdom. So what's wisdom? What's your wisdom?
My wisdom is 0.
Oh, okay.
So
that,
it's better than -1.
Yeah, put you at a 7. So you mix that up and hand it over, and he goes and one of the droids bring it over to serve, and he just does this like kind of sour, gross face in it, and
yeah, it's not my best work. I'm sorry, I don't have the proper
chokes it
tools
down and says,
resources.
This is not why you're here, but maybe you should be. This is atrocious. But yes, the gauntlet. That Gundark belongs to me. And he hasn't been the same since you went through.
Well,
And I don't understand what you did to affect him like that. But it has caused me a great deal of credits to not have him available for the gauntlet.
Well, I don't. I mean, I can offer you favors. I can offer you to attempt to try to resolve the issue with the Gundark. You try just kind of smacking it in the face, seeing if that got it ticked off like it was before the whole.
The Gundark is dead.
Well, there's your problem. I could have told you that there was a problem if the Gundark was dead.
We tried the other things, and when there was no way of getting out of its stupor, it was put down.
You tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Make sure you blow on the cables when you need to.
You have caused me a great deal of embarrassment amongst the rest of the Khajiitics. My counterpart, Sizbo of the Jirama, especially, has tormented me about this situation. Remok, give me a lore check, please.
Hmm. 14.
Okay, good. So you're definitely familiar with some of the other Khajiitics and whatnot, and Jirama being one of those, so this one, not like the main leader, the main, kind of main member of Jarama was Darga. I think Darga. But Sisbo is just another, kind of other level leader of the group. But anyway, Jarama rings a bell a little bit because of what that Khajiitic is kind of doing, what their goal is. They are working to crush the rebellion here. Probably should have mentioned this at the top, but we are here in the middle of the Galactic War. But they are working to crush the rebels and more so ally the Hutt Council with the Empire. And that kind of sticks out a little bit, within one of the Khajiitics. And you also know, and this is probably more the reason why you've aligned somewhat with Corlear and, the Van Der Jar, is because they've had some run-ins with the Empire. There's a conflict there. And you share in that conflict because you have some history with the Empire. And quite a distaste. So when he mentions that about Jarama, you just kind of take note of that.
Yeah, I'll take note, but I won't try and make it like visibly that I know. I just kind of like gently nod and just take it in, kind of trying to process and think exactly the connection like that, and just play cool.
Corlear turns back to you, Craq.
How would you wish to resolve this, Lord Hutt? Would people of your stature favors before? I can do so again if you wish.
Yes. I would expect that you've learned that working with Jabba. So, he kind of scans the four of you. Those hoodoo that are working with Mantis, they're no pushovers. So I assume that you all were met with quite a challenge. But you prevailed. And there's something to be said about that. So if the four of you are up for it, we can make amends for your wrongdoings, Craq. The entire time, Tev, you are not understanding a word.
Just Tev has taken like a step back and is just like looking around and is trying his best to like not be seen. Just this is a little.
Does your hang on, I wanna look something up real quick.
Wow, that Remok will just kind of like lean over to Tev and just be like, I'll fill you in later on what's going on.
Thank you.
It's probably not the first time that I've had to like translate
there's been plenty of times. And Tev will just lean over and just like, I really need to get like a translator for this helmet, because that would make things a little easier for me, I think.
Okay. Yep. All right. Go ahead and give me another wisdom check, Tev. Straight check, no disadvantage.
Wisdom check. Okay.
Check. Yep. Actually, nope. We'll take that, I think. Yep. Okay. Would have been the same. So, as the effects of the double Tatooine sunrises wear off, clearness comes back to your mind, and your sight comes back as you see everything in kind of that monochrome shades that you do, but the living objects, that kind of glow before you. Mm. And you pick up a bit of a glow from one of your companions that throws you off. You didn't really notice it at first, in the middle of the conflict and things were chaotic and going on. But now that, you're not able to kind of participate in this conversation because of the language barrier. But so you just kind of sit back and sit within your thoughts and concentrate on that. And there's a being next to you that is pulsing in a bright light. You can't really sense, if there's a direction. You're not even sure, if there's a tone to that color, but it definitely stands out to you.
Okay.
And Corlear then continues and says, I'm looking to try and sever some of the relationships that Jirama, my fellow Khajiitic, is building with the Empire. I understand that they're working with the Golan Arms manufacturing company. And I would like to set up an attempt to steal some information from Blast Tech and pin it on Golan and trace it back to the Empire. Specifically, Moff Hydra.
I can't speak for everybody. I of course don't really have much of a choice. However, they did bring me in as a bounty, so they will be awarded for that. Correct?
Has he given us our money for this job yet?
Not yet, no.
Then I say, yeah, I don't talk about next jobs until I've gotten my money for the first.
He gives a bit of a chuckle for that and says, if you do this job for me, I will triple the reward.
But what do I get right now? I
You
don't
get
like
the opportunity to go on this job.
If I refuse?
Then I'll pay you for this. And be on your way.
How much was the bounty for this one again?
Oh, I don't know. We'll say a few thousand credits.
Ooh, triple that. Ooh. I'll look over at the other two. And then realize that Tev probably can't understand us, and I just say in basic, a lot of money.
Yeah, you got this weird look on your face that like someone said something about money and your jaw dropped a little bit. So I think I'm good on that one.
I guess I'll look over to Zash and be like, maybe we can talk him into giving us some now and the rest later. We could probably use some of that to get us ready for this job. It sounds a bit intense.
Yeah, I look back over at Corlear, and I'm like, we did this job for you. You promised us some credits. We need some credits now to get some supplies for this next job. Like I said, I don't like deals changing on me.
That is understandable. I will give you 5,000 up front, 5,000 completing the job.
Yeah, no hesitation. I was like, yeah.
When like Tev will lean over to Zash and be like, "You're doing that thing with your face again," so I'm guessing it's a lot of money.
5,000.
Okay.
You're supposed to tell the guy that doesn't understand less, so.
I feel like
You get a whole $500 from this, yeah.
Zash is the type. Like if he's doing a job as someone, like they get their fair share.
He looks once again to Krah and says, "If you complete this task with the others, consider our disagreements settled."
It works for me. I want to go back to the dunes. Maybe even start a cantina of my own.
Well, this is the first step. So, the four of you will not be carrying out the extraction itself, the infiltration, but just escorting the team that is doing so. You will offer protection, defense as needed, make sure they're able to get in and get out, do what they need to do. Likely will receive resistance. This isn't a stealth mission. They will do what they need to do. But in regards to the smash and grab, you will be the smash. We'll have you set up with the team here in the next day or so to resume planning, to carry out planning, and in the meantime, if there's anything that you need to do to further outfit yourself for this task, I suggest you take care of it. But as you know, you'll be heading back to Quen Station where this facility is located.
We just left there.
Would I be able to get documents for this bowcaster? They said I needed paperwork. I imagine you'd be able to get somebody to forge that for me.
Just kind of waves a hand and nods, doesn't even reply, but just as if it's like a, silly request, but yes. With that, you are escorted out to wait till you meet with the team in the next couple days to organize this information extraction from Blastech by Golan Arms, a setup to try and pin that on the Empire, specifically Moff Hydra, and spending time to resupply as needed before you go on this task. Many of you would know that, a job like a bounty for a Hutt is not really a big deal. There's not really anything. But when you do something specific like this, for a Hutt in this nature, that's no easy task. There will be danger to come along with that. But if you come through, there will be reward. And with that, we'll come to a close on our first session for Chapter 1 of Hutt Space Adventures.
Whoa.
Good stuff,
Boy.
everyone.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited. Awesome. Good stuff all
All
around.
right.
So, thank you, everyone, hanging out with us in chat. I hope you've enjoyed this. So we will be back next week. We've got 2 more episodes here. So real quick turnaround on the story. But we'll be back next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time once again. And then the following Wednesday to round out our story to see what these adventures get into. Hopefully are able to complete this task for Corlear. Let's go around and say hello again. And if you guys have some projects or anything you want to talk about, please do so as well. So, Logan, say hello again.
Hi, everybody. I'm Logan, also known at, Logan, also playing Kraq. I'm the innkeeper over at the Red Hair Inn. We are a community that does a bunch of D&D and TTRPG stuff. I dungeon master the Ecrium Expeditions, which is a 5th edition D&D game set in my homebrew world, the Lands of Ecrium. I also do some homebrew writing and some other stuff on the side. But yeah, come check us out if you're interested. If not, that's cool too. You'll find me here for the next couple of episodes. playing your lovable, now jobless, but kind of has a job. Tusken
New job, yeah. That's
Marauder.
quick turnaround on employment.
Yeah,
between
yeah,
jobs
really.
at
Who
the
would have
moment,
thought? I put in my 24 hours, and in 24 hours, I had a new job.
That's in this climate.
Yeah,
that's good.
that's good karma.
Did you mention where we can find you for
I
Red
did.
Hair?
You can find us at the Red Hair Inn on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. Even though I don't use that, it's TikTok. Any socials you can find just the Red Hair Inn. Hair spelled
H-A-R-E.
H-A-R-E. Yep, not hair as in like a herring. But yeah, come check
Awesome.
us out. Come stay.
Yes, thank you so much. All right, Branden, say hello.
Hi, hello. My name is Branden. I play, Tev, your lovable drunk. Currently, I DM a bunch of games for friends and a couple, and for my brother and his army buddies who are currently overseas.
Awesome.
They are playing Star Wars 5e. You could find me on Twitter at Zantilis, Zantilis. I'm just a big nerd, so yeah, that's me.
Awesome, thank you. Glad to have you as well. Rob, say hello.
Hi, I'm Rob. I'm playing Remok, the Bothan doctor who's, based on this session, gonna have to buy some more medical supplies because we got a bit roughed up in that one fight, so might be a bit intense. And I GM over at Sage Tower Games. I primarily GM Pathfinder 2nd edition. We're currently running the Age of Ashes campaign and are actually nearing the end of it in the final book. And you can catch me on Twitch and on YouTube, where I post Pathfinder videos as well as board game, card game type videos as well.
Awesome. All at Sage Tower Games, right? Both of
Yes.
those? Yep. Okay.
Correct.
Awesome. Great to have you. Thank you. And again, last but not least, Ian, say hello.
Yeah, hey everyone, Ian playing your Chiss bounty hunter, Zash'Akiro. No real plugs for me. I don't really do much on social or anything. Playing in another D&D campaign session with my friends, trying to get together a Star Wars one that I'll be DMing, but that'll be coming in a little bit, but no, probably not going to be on Twitch or anything. No real plugs for me.
Good deal. No worries. Good. Great to have you as well. So, thank you to all my players once again. I am Todd Moonbounce, your Dungeon Jedi Master. Thank you all for being here. You're obviously here on my channel, so thank you for stopping by. For all the follows and whatnot, couple subscribes during that as well. Appreciate it very much. Be sure to check out all of our other content, DungeonJediMasters.com, of course. I'll be back tomorrow night for Deadlands Savage Worlds. If you want to check out some Weird West, we have that going. And then back Sunday, 8 p.m. for my Dead Planet Mothership RPG series as well. So that's on my agenda until we come back next week, Wednesday. So once again, thank you everyone so much for hanging out with us. We will see you in our galaxy in a week. So have a good night. May the Force be with you.
Bye. May the Force